Building a Habitat house makes a number of people stronger. Certainly the family is stronger because they've got to put in a lot of sweat equity.
I decided to apply for a home through Habitat because when they were building the first home, Andrew was in Head Start, and his Head Start teachers were trying to talk me into applying. And at that time I was 23, and I thought, they're not going to give me a loan, I'm not going to even try. So I didn't try, and I waited a few more years and decided they were going to do another house, and I decided to apply.
We needed a ramp when we moved in here 2 years ago because my husband walks with a walker, and we have nothing but steps in the front, and then we also have steps that go into the garage. We had a lot of trials and tribulations and could have used the ramp then, but as long as he was getting in and out of the back door, we were fine.
The house that I was living in, the basements were caving in. They took steel poles to hold them up. I had the fire department there twice for carbon monoxide issues. I had water dripping on to an electrical socket that would knock out power to the house, things like that. So it was time that I get my own place so that I could better myself.
December 4th, Joe started to pass out, and so I was trying to help him to the floor so he wouldn't fall. And he did fall, but he fell into me and I broke my knee. Then I was in the hospital for 4 or 5 days, and then out to rehab for 3 weeks. When I was in rehab and found out I couldn't do anything but hop on my right foot, I almost panicked because I knew I needed to get home, and it was very nerve-wracking trying to figure out where I was going to get the ramp, when I was going to get the ramp, when was I going to be able to go home, how was I going to be able to go home if I didn't have a ramp. So it was emotionally a mess.
I remember one of the homes that I worked on, and I went to the open house where the family gets the key to open the door. And I'm standing there, and this little 4-year-old boy came up to me. I'm a complete stranger. He's never seen me before that evening. Grabbed my hand, pulled me down the hallway to show me his room. And boy, after that I was hooked, because that's what it's about. Providing a family the opportunity to have a home who've never had a home before, and a child who has never had their own room. Like I say, I was hooked after that.
Finding the Habitat home did help my kids become more successful, because otherwise I don't know where we would have been. I think I would have been moving a lot and just trying to find that safe spot that I felt comfortable to live and stay.
I was very happy that we were able to, that Habitat Humanity was so cooperative and worked so hard and so fast to get that ramp up. They got it up on the Wednesday before Christmas, and therefore I was able to come home.
And they were right on it.
Once we connected and got the paperwork all done, it seemed like everything just went, within 2 to 3 days we had the ramp. It was a miracle.
A busload of people pulled up the very first day and stayed for the weekend and helped build the whole outside of the house. Shingling, siding, all that. It was just a phenomenal feeling to see people come around and help me, that I am just an ordinary person, but they were out there to help.
It's a hand up, it's not a handout, and they have to work. The people who are going to own the homes have to work.
But I learned how to tape so I could paint. I learned how to sand so that we could paint. I did learn a lot more self-confidence. You have to take care of everything yourself now. You don't have a landlord to call and say, hey, can you come over and fix this? You have to know how to fix it, or know what to do.
Without Habitat for Humanity, we wouldn't have been able to afford to build the ramp ourselves. And you have made it really, really feasible for us to have the ramp now.
They take classes in finance and so forth, how to budget. So it's all around both the community and the family are so much better off.
I did fall into some hard times. Habitat worked with me great to get the payments going current, came up with a payment plan that would help me get things going in the right direction so that I could get my payments caught up and then finally end up paying it off in the long run. I can finally call it my own. I don't have to, say I still owe payments on it. It is my home. It is just, again, a great feeling.
When you get that invitation from Habitat for Humanity North Iowa to contribute your money, and donate your money to Habitat, it stays here.
A lot of people think, oh, I don't have any skills, I can't do this, but you need to volunteer because we'll find your skill.
Everybody needs help sometime in their life. Myself, I never thought I would, and I don't like asking for help. But this time I was forced into it, and I am so happy that I came across Habitat for Humanity because, like I said, it got me home.
There are many families out there like me that are struggling and need to find their own home. So if you can find it in yourself to volunteer a couple hours for a home, or donate even just a little bit, help out wherever needed, it would be greatly appreciated. It really does help out.